Right, hello everyone. My name is George. I'm the co-founder of RankUp, and we're building AI agents for SEO. And basically doing another one of my kind of try to do daily documentaries, but now it's like for the last 3 days, I guess, since I've been not all the 3 days, but I've been very busy the last days, and I'm actually in Bulgaria. So this is a Bulgaria special edition version of my kind of daily founder video. And basically like to share my thoughts, my learnings, my what I did throughout the day, etc. Right? So and ultimately the goal is to kind of just documenting the journey of building a $1 billion tech company. So that's kind of the thing that's going on here with these videos. But basically on the 9th of June, which is like Tuesday, I believe. That was the first day out of the 3 days that I haven't recapped yet. It's basically did a podcast with Olesja Saua, who is the expert of personal branding in Estonia. So that was awesome. Shout out to Olesja. So did a podcast, and then that went great. Really excited to well, anyways, the podcast episodes are great. But also really excited to listen to my own episode. Curious why I like already semi kind of forgot what I said there, but I remember it was a very interesting conversation. And kind of I like to reflect back on because like these podcasts or like these panels or something. It's kind of where I also share like thoughts, and I get kind of like ideas and stuff that are like in my mind, right? So it's just interesting, and also I like to really listen to myself, how I communicate. I think it's really important in improving your communication. So but then basically dealt with legal, some legal stuff the entire day with the RankUp privacy policy, terms of service, these kinds of things. And then in the evening, I actually went to one of our users home, I guess, and we analyzed performance and looked at kind of like session recordings and kind of like analyze what's going on. And so kind of like a performance review, I guess you could say. And I mean, you see, like it's interesting in their niche with everybody kind of chasing AI search nowadays. It's actually in some niches like Google is still like even better of a channel, I guess you could say. So it's all about knowing your niche, understanding your niche, and even when you're doing like SEO, it's still marketing at the end of the day, right? It's like it's not some kind of some kind of magic thing how you make money with it, right? It's still marketing. You still have to connect it to your business. You still have to understand how you're actually going to make money off of it. And with this user of ours, he is in a niche where like most of his target audience like 40, 50, 60-year-old people, right? Maybe even 30, some like younger ones probably. And 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 with him basically we like kind of analyzed like most of the traffic is coming from Google, so that's like just an interesting insight, so that you don't not everybody needs to chase AI search in order to get good results. However, there is a thing that we looked at his actual performance, and there wasn't actually still kind of there was like some insights that we got, but otherwise it's just more like creating content. It's creating more content and and gathering more data. I mean, it's just a matter of time, and they're also in a very niche, I guess, meaning that it's there's not a lot of care home managers in the world, right? And so this is a very interesting niche to create content in and do SEO for. So, but it's just ultimately creating the content, getting the volume of data, and then analyzing and testing, and then iterating based off of that, not iterating based off of like very little data set, right? So that's that. What else? yeah, so that was basically Tuesday. Then Wednesday I traveled to Bulgaria. So I was did a gym in the morning. Try to get a quick gym in before I get on the airplane, and yeah, I like to do a gym every morning. It's kind of refreshing, I guess you could say. But yeah, it gets my energy really going, and also my focus. So yeah, did that. Um, but basically then I went on a plane to Bulgaria. Still dealt with the legal stuff while I was on the plane, and then and then I made it to Bulgaria. Had a call with this VC actually from Lithuania. We actually at the moment didn't really have we hadn't really dealt much with the like fundraising at all ourselves, right? So, but we have been since the start of May. We have been more considering that. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna have a talk with my co-founder probably today about it. But yeah, so that was and then I basically went to like in the center of Sofia, in here in Bulgaria, and yeah, actually went to different had dinners with some fellow speakers. Shout out to Mihao and Alex. Yeah, had good dinners. Graduated from Beer University. There was this yeah, funny place called Beer University where we went to have beers. But yeah, and then basically also met up with Nicola. Shout out to Nicola from yeah. Basically, yeah, met up with friends and partners, and yeah, and then basically just went to sleep, and then the next day, which is yesterday, actually, yeah, talked at the Digital for Sofia conference, and yeah, had a panel with me, how Alex there too, and then has had some other people that I haven't met before, but funny got to meet them as well. Other great SEO speakers and minds, and yeah, I had a panel, had a very interactive panel. I think we had really good preparation as well. It's really like, again, it's just like preparation, doing things like thought through, right? That's really important. Whatever you do, and yeah, not just kind of winging it, right? And I think Kobe Bryant actually, in terms of like what he said about basketball, I played basketball a lot, and Kobe was my favorite player. And not only just really about the playing thing, right? Because I was a point guard myself. I wasn't also 6'6", first of all. But yeah, I wasn't also a small forward, which is or shooting or whatever, like something like that. He played. But I was really more about his like mentality and kind of you know preparing, like preparation, working hard. That's one of the main like one of the keys to his success, right? And nowadays he said that players are playing like kind of accidental basketball, which is like basically just like going with the flow, right? Not actually like thinking through. And I think this really much applies in business as well. In whatever you do, speaking, sales, marketing, development, whatever, you're preparing and you actually are doing things with a purpose. Like it's very clear why you're doing this action you're currently doing, right? And how it's gonna help you achieve or get whatever you want. So yeah, and not always that's the case, but then it's okay, taking the information, taking the data, reiterating, and yeah, doesn't matter if it's basketball, knowing your plays and knowing what the defense is gonna do, right? Or it's like in business, right? It's kind of who's your who's your target audience, you know. how to keep people engaged in your speaking, etc. Right? So I think, but yeah, we had kind of basically what we did is we had like 20-30 second like short kind of inputs when we were, we tried to not have long like monologues by one person. We tried to have like quick like 20-30 second like value bites, so like boom, like boom, like boom, like here from here from here, like, oh, there's maybe a disagreement, right? Kind of keep it interesting in that way. So yeah, but yeah, otherwise that went good. Gonna get some clips from there as well. Gonna be using that to post content on social media, and I think we're gonna get some, yeah, good. Everybody's gonna get quite good clips from there. So yeah, can share them on social media. And now, and yeah, so hopefully can get those soon, and then we'll edit them and turn those into clips, and yeah, so another, yeah, really important to actually what I was talking on the podcast as well on Tuesday was about like being like one of the main things that why these videos as well, for some reason, for people like to watch these, and I get really good feedback and I really appreciate it, is because I'm quite like active in terms of like visibility, right? Like people constantly see me basically every day on social media, right? And this kind of like activity is what keeps you on top of mind of people, and being on top of mind is already a big win, right? And now it will of course depend if you're perceived as an expert or whatever, but like already being on top of mind is a big win in marketing. So, or well, yeah, in marketing sales, basically, like, yeah, when whatever your like profession or whatever you're doing, right? Or if you want to get a job, if you want to sell your product, your service, etc. So, yeah, that's these why these videos, I guess, are quite effective as well, and I talked about that in the podcast as well. But I'm not gonna give the kind of, I guess, depth of the conversation here. So I'm gonna have the podcast kind of. So you guys can go listen to the podcast if you want to. Definitely recommend it though. I listen to those podcasts myself as well, like other people there, and they are very interesting conversations around personal branding, visibility, and yeah. So definitely recommend to go check that out. But yeah, and then basically, made connections yesterday. And the one thing I always try to do at conferences is I try to help people out. Meaning, like, I understand what is your goal, and then preferably it would be nice if the other people do the same. But I also like to kind of connect people. It's just a benefit for me as well, because it's I help other people, right? They're more likely to help me, right? It's fine if they don't, but eventually, over time you'll learn who are the people you can cooperate the best with, and yeah, who are also happy that if you win as well, right? Not only if they do, and that's how you make good partners, and yeah, so that's what I try to do yesterday as well at the conference, when networking, not just trying to get contacts for myself, but also helping my friends or people that I'm kind of at the conference with or whatever, get connected, right? So that's that's another thing I do at conferences, and shout out to Raida Tamar, who kind of from where I got this idea, and I think it's a great concept. But yeah, then basically went to Sofia in the center again, ate dinner, watched South Africa versus Mexico, and yeah, then went to sleep. So yeah, and now I'm working. So yeah, I'll do another one. My time is running out. I'll do another one tonight, hopefully. But yeah, that's the last 3 days. See you guys. Peace.